everybody. I'm Jacob Bruce, and this is my mom, Cynthia Bruce. You gotta wave to the camera. Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hi.
Okay, so with everyone getting sick and everything these days, we wanted to go over some herbs that might help with immune boosting, and just kind of see what people want to hear about on how to make teas and tinctures and stuff. So she's a home herbalist. She's been fixing up my family for the last 20 years. So, anyways, so what are some things we can do to help keep our immune system up?
Okay. Well, the first thing that you can do is cut down on sugar and processed food, because that lowers your immune system for 2 to 6 hours.
So you're saying root beer isn't good remedy for when you don't feel good?
No.
Or ginger ale?
Ginger ale is not. Now, ginger tea is. So, anything where you're gonna add sugar, even fruit, dried fruit. If you consider, if you eat a little handful of dried fruit, that's like eating, a whole bag of fresh fruit.
Okay.
It has a lot of sugar in it, and even that will lower your immune system.
Okay. So that'll keep us from lowering our immune system. What about some things that'll actually boost our immune system to go on the offensive against?
Okay. Large amounts of vitamin C.
Okay.
Zinc, you don't need very much for it to actually boost your ability to resist viruses. Echinacea, you can do 2 different types of echinacea, and I would do both of it. So there's usually, it says like echinacea A, echinacea P, it's purpura and agustifoli. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Okay.
I haven't actually looked at it in a while. I just have it
Right.
and grab it. You can make a tea, but if you make a tea, you don't want to use the roots. You want to use the leaves.
Okay.
In the amount of time that you're steeping tea, you're just not going to get anything out of it.
Okay, so you get a lot more nutrients out of the leaves
If you're
with
making
the amount
a tea,
of time.
yes,
Okay.
with the amount of time that you have. And you can put like rose hips in it, which are really high in vitamin C.
Okay.
You can put orange peel in it if it's organic and not sprayed with a whole bunch of stuff, and that's really good. It tastes really good. Mint. If you need to have it sweetened, if you can have like a natural stevia, not a processed stevia, or raw honey after it's cooled off. Otherwise, it's no longer raw.
Okay.
Which is still going to lower your immune system.
Okay.
But raw honey does fight bacterial infections really well. So,
Now-
it's kind of half and half.
Now you get all of your herbs. You know exactly what to get. You get them from herbal stores.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Most people aren't really necessarily going to know what to look for and where to look. So is the echinacea tea boxes at the local grocery stores that
Yes, those are viable.
that's gonna be fine?
Yeah, if you get a good echinacea tea, and lots of times it has mint in it, which mint will actually boost. It makes your body to process it faster.
Okay.
So mint, cayenne, those will do, but you don't really want cayenne in your tea. Yeah, you might, but most people don't. So mint works really good for that, and it tastes good.
Okay.
So I mean, chamomile is
An immune booster?
it is, and it helps with viruses and infections.
Okay.
So
Because most people, when they hear chamomile, they think just helps them go to
calming,
sleep and
yes,
calm.
and
yeah.
it is calming, but it also helps fight off any sort of infection. So I mean, if you put that in with your tea, it goes really nice with the mint and the echinacea and the.
Okay.
Okay, and you can buy a box at the store. The one thing that you do want to know about echinacea is that you don't want to take it every day. You can
Okay.
take it for 6 days, but then just pick whatever day you can remember and don't take it on that day.
Okay. Why is that?
Okay, because basically how it works is it's tricking your body into thinking that there's a problem before there is, and so it jumps up your immune system.
Okay.
It can only trick it for so long, but one day not taking it, you can trick it all over again.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's using leaves. What would you do with the roots? Because you said making a tea out of the roots, you won't get enough out of it.
Yes. For the roots, you can make a decoction, which is basically you take your herbs or your roots or whatever, and you put it in water, and then you cook
Hot
it.
water?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah, and then you want to simmer it on a very very low heat
Okay.
for 20 or more minutes,
Okay.
and that way it allows the roots to be able to soften up and you get more out of it. Now, a lot of properties that you can't dissolve with water. They're not water
Okay.
soluble. So if something's oil soluble, or it can be dissolved with alcohol. So you
Okay.
can make a tincture, and now that takes weeks though. You can start like drawing off of it in 2 weeks. I wait 6.
Okay. So that's something you do ahead of time
That's
before the
something-
sick season, not while you're sick.
Yes, but the nice thing is it keeps for a really long time, as
Okay.
long as you keep it in a dark area, because the light will break it down, and that's why you usually see them in the dark bottles.
Okay.
And that's why I built that cupboard, is
Right.
because I wanted no light to get in there.
Okay.
So yeah, those are stuff you can do ahead of time, and it's better in a lot of things. Now, other herbs like lobelia, you can use alcohol with it, but you want no heat. Do not
Okay.
make a tea with lobelia. Do not
Okay.
make a decoction. You can make a tincture, or you can just put it in warm water, just like what you would put yeast in if you're making bread. So
Okay.
like 100 degrees, and let it sit for an hour. And then also, you only want to use like a quarter of the amount that you would use in something else. So like coughing, you remember when you were a kid and you would cough at the middle of the night, and I'd make
Yeah.
that was lobelia. So you take only a quarter teaspoon of the lobelia leaves,
Mhm.
and you put it in a cup of warm water and let it steep for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just sip on it. Where on most herbs you'd use a whole teaspoon.
Right.
Okay, but lobelia you want a very small amount.
Okay.
So, and it just relaxes your bronchioles so that you can sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, we're not going to get too detailed on a lot of stuff on this video, but if there's something you're wanting more details on, of course we want to hear about it. So one of the things I keep seeing on social is people talking about getting strep throat. And there was something that you used to do for my brother and I. They used to wipe it out in 3 days.
Yes.
So can you talk about that?
Sure. Okay, so what you do is, and now I learned this in Christopher's herbalist class, basically. It was Dr. Christopher. I don't know. Okay. There's a college. And so in one of his classes, I learned about this, and it is great. It works really good. So you take a quarter teaspoon of cayenne powder. Cayenne powder. And then you take 4 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
And you mash them up with a tablespoon of raw honey.
Okay.
So just mash it. I usually make more than that and keep it in the refrigerator because I don't
Right.
want to make it several times.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just take a half teaspoon every half hour or a whole teaspoon every hour and let it slide down your throat. And don't drink something afterwards to wash the taste down. It doesn't taste good. It's not like the nastiest thing ever, but it's not good. If you have kids, one thing that you can do if you have children that's great is garlic lemonade.
Okay. How do you make that?
You chop up garlic, just rough chop it.
Yeah.
Simmer it in water for 20 minutes. Strain it. When you simmer it, it gets the heat out, so
Yeah.
it's not as hot. Squeeze lemons in it.
How much of all this? Because you've been making it for so long that you just kind of go by eye.
Well, you put it just as much lemon as you would if you're going to make lemonade.
Okay.
So I eyeball it.
Okay.
So, and then you put, after it's cooled down, you put raw honey in it to sweeten it.
Okay.
And it tastes, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, you drink
I
it.
know.
It tastes like lemonade.
I still drink it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So for children, a
garlic
lot of
taste
times
good.
that's a lot easier to
Get the garlic down their system.
get the garlic, and then you also
Yeah.
have the high vitamin C from the lemon juice,
Right.
and you have the raw honey.
Yep.
So if they're just anytime you're sick, that's a great thing for children. With the strep remedy works fantastic, and
But it's important that you take it for 3 days, because you'll feel better after the first day, and most people will want to quit taking it. You have to take it for 3 days, right?
yeah, it depends. Like the last time when you had it, I had never seen it. You wouldn't let me look at your throat, and
Yeah.
it was bad. So normally, after a day, you're actually fine, 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So I had you do it for 3 days because you were so sick.
Okay.
So that's why you had to do it for 3 days.
Yeah, because I remember all our friends and I all got strep throat. They were taking regular antibiotics, and it took them 2 weeks to get over it.
Yeah, and then
And
lots of times
mine was gone over the weekend.
Well, see, that's the thing is with herbs are complex.
Yeah.
Okay, any pharmaceutical, they have taken what they think works in the herbs.
The active ingredient.
Yes, and they've
Right.
synthesized it, which now makes it to a simple. Okay, now what viruses can do is they can actually send out messages to the other viruses. They actually send it out and tell them, hey, this is how you can avoid whatever getting wiped out. Yeah, which is why viruses are so hard to kill. And then with bacteria too, that's why you have all the resistant bacteria. If you have something complex, you can't. They'll die before they figure out how to become resistant to it because it's too complex to just to become resistant to. So that's one thing that's really nice about the herbs, and that's why your friends were still kept getting it over and over, which is actually really common. And if one person in the house has strep, chances are everybody does.
Yeah, I was reading an article by a research doctor that said garlic was the strongest antibiotic they'd ever found, and normal antibiotics can't penetrate a cell.
Yes, and if
Garlic could.
it can, and garlic can penetrate your cell, and it can even actually like penetrate your brain barrier. I've read from several doctors that saying that they have found that it can. Now other things, are better than garlic depending on what it is.
Right.
Because everything, like anything with your lungs, garlic is like the best thing ever. Because garlic actually leaves your body out your lungs.
Okay.
So, but like.
So like for bronchitis or anything that you're
Yes.
inhaling, that's where it's gonna go.
Yes, it's gonna go out that, and that's why your breath smells so bad.
Right.
Okay, now but for example, if you had a urinary tract infection, garlic's not the best thing.
Okay.
Okay, you'd want to get the juniper berries because juniper actually leaves. It's an antibiotic,
Yeah.
and it leaves out your urinary tract system.
Same with cranberries. Left with cranberries.
Cranberries, yes, but cranberries aren't technically an antibiotic, but they make the environment and they flush your system faster. What you got to do, you need to drink lots of water, lots of cranberry juice. But the juniper berries are an actual antibiotic. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's some general stuff on keeping your health up.
Yeah.
Is there anything other you can think of that maybe people could benefit from, or?
Well, if they were like maybe if they can't get to the store, or if they're in a part of the country or the world or wherever where they can't order certain herbs. One thing I found that was really neat is every part of the world has something that cures a specific thing, whatever it is. So if you had like everywhere that there is malaria,
Yeah.
it may not be the same plant, but there is a plant all over the world that will cure malaria. So
Kind of like wherever you find poison ivy, you find jewelweed.
yes,
Yeah.
something similar. So it's just kind of neat.
All right, cool. Well, if you guys would like to see more videos, instructional videos, we're going to be doing some more next week. So if there's anything specific that you want to see, reach out to us, comment. Anyways, we'd like to hear from you. So thanks a lot for doing the video with me. We'll see you next time.